Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, a mother-son duo tackle a trashy situation along South Carolina's highways and byways. A new proposal may restrict where you can park in the city of Cayce. But first, breaking news as a series of Atlanta area shootings leaves 8 dead. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Amber Lipscomb. Our top story today, the FBI is helping with investigations of 3 shootings at Atlanta area spas that left 8 people dead. Investigators say the shootings began at around 5 p.m. yesterday, just north of Atlanta, when 4 people were killed. Less than an hour later, 4 more people were shot in 2 other locations. Most of the victims appeared to be of Asian descent. After a brief manhunt, officials arrested 21-year-old Robert Aaron Long. Law enforcement is investigating whether the shootings are part of a nationwide trend of hate crimes against Asian Americans in the wake of coronavirus. Here in Columbia, USC President Bob Caslen is promising changes to how the university handles sexual assault claims. The promise comes after the article from the state newspaper detailed accounts of several women who say the university mishandled their claims against the university faculty. Among the changes, Caslen says he'll create an independent sexual misconduct office that will report directly to him. Caslen admits the university must do better to support assault and harassment survivors while also protecting the rights of the accused. USC is getting national attention for an entirely different subject. Excitement is building across campus as the women's basketball team enters the NCAA Tournament as the #1 seed. Here with more in this week's Garnet Report is Alli McCraw. Alli?
That's right, Amber. The 2021 NCAA women's and men's basketball tournaments are back after being canceled last year due to COVID-19. The South Carolina women's basketball team starts their March Madness journey this Sunday at 6 in San Antonio, Texas. The #1 seed, Gamecocks, will play Mercer in the first round. There's a slate of other games scheduled for that day as well, including #1 seed UConn, who will start the first 2 games without their coach after he tested positive for COVID-19. For the men's tournament, Gonzaga is the #1 overall seed, followed by Baylor, earning the second #1 seed, Illinois earning the third, and Michigan with the fourth. They're set to start their tournament run on Friday. Carolina's men did not make it this year after a disappointing season that had many calling for Frank Martin's departure. COVID precautions are tight in this year's tournaments. Each team must have at least 5 players in order to play, or they will be automatically disqualified and their opponent will advance. That's it for this week's Garnet Report. Back to you, Amber.
Thanks, Alli. If you live across the river in Cayce, a new proposal may restrict where you can park your car. The city is considering a ban on parking cars in the grass or in the yard. If approved, residents would have to park on paved surfaces only. Some critics are not on board, though, and say the proposal could cost people money.
It's going to be a financial burden upon people, whether it's just a couple $100s or a couple $1,000s.
The City Council has withdrawn its working on the ordinance language and is set to consider the proposal on April 6. Concerns about the trash along area roadways are also piling up, and as Daniel Santos explains, residents are taking litter into their own hands.
While driving along the road, you might not pay too much attention to what is on the ground. Peggy LaBelle of the Brookhaven community noticed a problem
Something needs to be done.
and decided that if no one else will fix it, they will.
But there's just so much trash everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, there's so much litter. It's disgusting.
Joe LaBelle, at 20 years old, spends a lot of his free time from work picking up trash with his mother, hoping one day to not see it anymore.
If the neighborhood's all cleaned up, I would be happy to see all that around here.
Other neighborhoods are also affected by litter.
They were saying, oh yeah, we've got that problem too. We've got that problem too. I don't see anybody doing anything about it though.
Keep the Midlands Beautiful is an organization that helps to organize litter cleanup groups and volunteers throughout the area. Laura Blake Orr said the organization's total efforts have decreased in 2020. The total poundage of litter that was collected went down by 47% in Richland County and by 34% in Lexington County.
Because of COVID, the litter crews that work with the Department of Transportation through the Department of Corrections have not been able to go out And like I said before, some of our groups are not able to participate in the cleanups because of COVID.
Like the volunteers with Keep the Midlands Beautiful, the LaBelle family works without any repayment. They say that knowing that what they are doing is helpful is all the reward they need.
No, but he knows he's doing a good job, and that's all that matters.
For Carolina Insider, I'm Daniel Santos.
That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.